So you all want to know what the jobs are going to look like in the near future as far as dealing with Charlotte. Now, let me say this before I begin. I started my YouTube channel, my first YouTube channel. This is my second one, so I have two YouTube channels. I started my first YouTube channel in 2009. And the sole purpose of actually starting that channel was to market and advertise my talents in order to bring a fan base so that I can release a book that I was writing called Love in Apocalyptic Times. Now, in that book, you know, the storyline takes place in 2092, thus the name of the character, the main character, the hero of the story is Langston 2092. And it was a fictitious story, but it told a story of, you know, truth. You know, I read a bunch of, you know, information in early 2000s, and Pretty Ricky helped me, you know, and I started to discover, and I'm making a point here. I started to discover transhumanism and singularity and technological singularity, and this guy named Ray Kurzweil, and what DARPA was doing, what Boeing was doing, what Boston Dynamics was doing, and how in the near future, you know, automation was going to be a big thing. And I wanted to tell, you know, the world and get them prepared. In 2009, I was reading this information. I wanted them to be prepared of what's to come. You know, specifically, you know, my black race, because we seem to always be behind everyone else when it comes to knowledge and information. So I set out to do that, and I was unsuccessful. You know, throughout all these years, I've been trying to get people to read this information, this knowledge, you know, that I'm giving you all. Study, do your own due diligence when it comes to studying these topics, such as the singularity, and, you know, what Boston Dynamics is doing, what Boeing is doing. But Boeing stopped because they invested a lot of money and they were just a complete flop. But DARPA is still, you know, doing what they're doing. Boston Dynamics, the Japanese and Chinese are developing robots as we speak. Automation's here, and it's only going to get worse. You know, and worse meaning that the jobs will be scarce because robots will be taking over your jobs. Thus leads me to: are there going to be any jobs? Are there going to be any jobs in the near future in Charlotte? And the answer is, most of your essential jobs won't exist. You know, you can go to now I'm saying, like, not the old ones, but the new Taco Bells and the new Wendy's, and there's like 2 cashiers and 1 person on the fries and 1 person making burgers, and it's a kiosk in there. So now places like Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, you can go up to a kiosk and order whatever you want. You know, whether it's a hamburger and you want lettuce, tomatoes, and ketchup and pickles and onions on it. You want a small or large fry, you want an apple pie, etc. Your total will come up, you'll put your card inside the, you know, card reader, and it's paid. But before that, you put the name of the order that, you know, let's say for example your name is Brent. You put Brent up there, you pay for it, and then on the screen near the cashier, your name will come up and it'll tell you what order you're in. Like, say for example, if you're number 3 out of 10 that's waiting for their food, right? So a person will come call your name, Brent, and you'll pick up your food. Harris Teeter is now have self-checkout machines, you know, where early in the morning and late at night, there's just 1 person overseeing those machines. There's no cashiers. So they're slowly but surely going more into automation. Right now, Postmates has this little buggy where it can go up to a 4-mile radius, if I'm not mistaken, where, you know, say for example, the buggy is picking up food from McDonald's. You know, it come up to McDonald's, you'll put the bag in the buggy, and it'll go to its destination. Uber Eats is in the process of, you know, doing drones. You put the food in a box, and the drone picks it up and goes to its destination. FedEx is working on that. UPS is working on that. So automation is here to stay. That plain and simple. Uber is working on manless cars, where a car pick you up and then there won't be a driver. But for now, they'll have a driver just in case something happens. You understand? Just like the self-checkout machines at Harris Teeter or any grocery store that has them. Every now and then it may mess up. So you're gonna have to have an overseer, a person that's gonna see that and correct it. But eventually they'll replace that human being with a robot. So robots will be overseeing robots. I seen on, was it YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, the first police officer, a robot police officer, cite a man for a ticket. So I'm getting to a point here, and that point is I wasn't able to get the attention of people in 2009, and it's 2020, and you're seeing it slowly but surely. Now I know I have you all's attention because I know you all seen it. And my point in making is jobs are going to be very scarce. So if you're looking for an essential job, you know, you want to flip burgers and stuff like that, that's going to be gone in a couple of years. The pandemic was a perfect storm. So now we won't see normal in the next probably year and a half. I seen on one of these documentaries where they had waiters and waitresses, they were robots. I mean, literally a robot waiting your table, or a waitress, not a female robot, but like a female face. So automation's here. Amazon Go in Seattle, Washington, you put the app up on your phone, and when you walk inside the grocery store, you scan it. You scan the app. The app is connected to your bank account. So whatever you purchase, it's all cashless. You don't have to use any cash. You walk in there, you get your items. You walk back out of the store. They send you your receipt via email. So this is what we're entering into. And this is what I've been trying to get people to be prepared for since 2009. And it's just that plain and simple. It's nothing complicated about it. I'm not trying to scare you all, because at the end of the day, they call movies that literally tell you the truth science fiction. And that's a contradiction within itself. Science doesn't supposed to be fiction, and fiction doesn't, or rather, something that's false doesn't supposed to be true. So they've been subtly showing you in a subliminal way through their movies that this is gonna go down. But you all have been going to the movie theaters, enjoying movies, and you've been seeing this for the longest. Say for example, if you all watch, if you all have Netflix, they have a movie called, if you haven't seen it, called Code 8. And in that movie, they have drones flying, and they have robot police officers called the Guardians. So they're showing you, they're letting you know, they're putting it in your face, and they've been doing this for years. I mean, you could look back at Total Recall that came out in 1990 or 89, and it was a robot taxi driver. So they've been showing us where we're gonna go in the future. It's just that we haven't been paying attention because we think that movies are just entertainment. No, movies are there to subtly get you used to what the 1% is going to, the way of life that they're gonna put you in. In other words, the new world order. And just like I said, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Everything that I told you about, whether it's technological singularity, Ray Kurzweil, the singularity, you name it. Everything that I said, you could look it up. You can look it up right now. Boston Dynamics, Boeing, DARPA. You can look that up right now. Hell, Time Magazine talked about the singularity. They're not hiding this anymore. They're not. Radio frequency identification chips, also known as RFID chips, will eventually be implanted in the epidermis of your skin, the first layer of your skin. As you can see, all cards, most of all our credit cards and bank cards have a chip in it already. We're already living in a cashless society. Ever since this pandemic has happened, it's been pushed and promoted. So now they're like, some restaurants are not even accepting cash anymore. You definitely have to pay on card. So this is real. So Langston, you've told us about the problems or what's to come in the future. So what is your solution? Because I think you went on a tangent. I just want to move to Charlotte. Well, okay, I'll tell you the solution. First and foremost, I didn't go on a tangent. I'm telling you that Charlotte is going to be just like every other city. It's going to fall in line. You see, the thing of it is that corporations say this. So you mean to tell me I could buy a robot? Let's say I could buy 12 robots, a dozen of robots, right? And I pay, let's say, 12 million for them, right? All I have to do is charge them up. You mean to tell me I don't have to pay them for vacation? You mean to tell me they don't never have to stop and take a break? They don't have to use the bathroom? They don't have to eat? They don't complain? I don't have to give them offer any type of health insurance, 401k plan. I don't have to invest in this robot. It's just a first-time payment, and if something happens, like if it glitches up, I'll have it fixed. But other than that, it's a perfect asset to the company, because now they're paying, let's say you, $20 an hour. Then they got to pay vacation, pay time off. Well, if you get pregnant, you got to pay for that time off. 6 months, 9 months off. You're a liability. And it's 12 of y'all, human beings. No, companies and corporations are going to say, yo, I'm going to get a bunch of robots, because I'm going to be able to make double the money that I would make in comparison to hiring a human being. And it's just that plain and simple. It is a harsh reality. And we need to definitely do something about it. And if you're thinking about healthcare, they have what you call nanobots now, where they inject nanobots inside your body, and the nanobots will internally repair whatever damage there is inside your body. We're entering into a new world order. It's just that plain and simple. A type of lifestyle or life that we've never seen before. And I can tell you, and I can guarantee you that automation, is here, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Pause. It's just that plain and simple. So, I mean, if any type of job, what jobs that I would recommend? I would say entertainment, but I saw, this is crazy. I saw on one of these documentaries, I saw a acrobatic robot doing flips and stuff, like in a circus. You understand? Or like gymnastics. So eventually they're gonna have football players, basketball players. Just think about that. Robots can hurt each other and blow up and all of that stuff. When football players, what is, I forgot that disease that they develop when they hit each other in the head or whatever. See, that's a liability. Now you got to pay that man. A human being breaks his leg. LeBron James breaks his leg. Now he's out for the season. That's your main player. Just imagine if you had robots. He breaks his leg, all you got to do is take him back to the locker room and replace the leg and have him go back out. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to get you prepared for the future. But I know what you're gonna say. This is not going on in the present moment. You're talking about the future. This is right around the corner. Until then, I would say any type of tech job, that's where it's at. Specifically in automation, that's where it's at. Any type of tech job. Healthcare for now is good here. Banking, of course, because you have the two major banks here, Wells Fargo and Bank of America. I think if I miss anything, you know, just for all you Charlotteans that are from here, that know of any other jobs that are like, you know, that's pretty secure and stable, it's going to give you, you know, a decent amount of pay. You know, let the people know in the comment section. You know, I'm just letting you know that this is not strictly for Charlotte. This goes for all major cities. You know, Atlanta. I forgot what town in Atlanta. It's on the outskirts of Atlanta, but they you know, it's part of Metro Atlanta. I forgot what town. It might have been in Gwinnett County, if I'm not mistaken. They were working on, when I was on my way out. It's been 2.5 years, so it might be going on right now. They were working on a manless bus. You know, so a bus will pull up and there won't be a driver in it. This is real. I mean, New York they've been having an air train that's a manless train. There's no conductor on it. They've been having that since the early 2000s. So all I'm trying to do is get you prepared for the future. I know you might have an attitude and say, well, Langston, that's the future. And I'm talking about the present. But I'm telling you, yo, sooner than later, it's going to be real out here. Robots are taking over our jobs slowly but surely. And let me put this plug in before I leave. I'm definitely coming out with Love in Apocalyptic Times this year, 2021. And hey, as usual, I'm dropping it. Great storyline. I don't want to give too much away. Be on the lookout for it. I've actually helped you all out by doing these tours and talking about Charlotte and putting you on. So all I ask is a return a favor. When it's time for me to put that book out, support it by purchasing it. All right, I'll let y'all know when I'll put it out. It's gonna be a whole big thing. You know, I'm gonna have the website and all of that stuff. So good things coming soon. Other than that, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.